Caribbean has raised its awareness a great deal in the last few years. There are a number of organisations working in the Caribbean on climate change. There's the Caribbean Community Climate Change Centre, there's the CaribSave Partnership that I'm CEO of, and there are a number of other organisations that are dealing with issues that are associated with climate change. One of the biggest and most important things is raising awareness and building capacity, and we are working to build capacity in governments and in communities so that there's a greater understanding of what's happening. And I suppose that this is really the point that we're at the moment. That there are some projects being implemented, but they're just starting to be implemented. For example, one of the larger projects that we're involved in is called the Risk Atlas. So it's the Caribbean Climate Change Risk Atlas, which is mapping 15 countries across the Caribbean basin. And we look at the vulnerabilities and the adaptive capacity of different sectors. So the sectors I mentioned: water, energy, agriculture, health, biodiversity, and tourism, of course, because it's such a massive economic driver for the region. And then from those analyses of the vulnerabilities and adaptive capacity, we develop strategies with the governments, with communities, and with the private sector, which is so important. And then obviously the important thing is to have funds and resources to implement those strategies. One of the projects that we are anticipating to implement with the Multilateral Investment Fund is really combines a lot of these issues. It brings in communities, coastal communities, in particular from Jamaica, Belize, Barbados and the Bahamas, and they exchange information with each other and examine and look at the different strategies that can be used to increase resilience for the livelihoods of those communities. And if we can do that, then we can build and replicate these kind of strategies in other places throughout the Americas.